Ethan didn't stop after that first backpack. He told himself he would, said it was just one night, one moment, but something had shifted. Something permanent. Lena's kindness hadn't ended when she walked away from him outside the grocery store. It had lodged itself inside him, growing louder every time he thought about how close he'd been to never making it out. He started going out 3 nights a week. Sometimes with other volunteers. Sometimes alone. He learned the streets the way he once had as a homeless kid, but now he saw them differently. He noticed the same signs he'd carried himself, the hunched shoulders, the way people avoided eye contact, the way they flinched when footsteps got too close. One night, a girl no older than 15 glared at him when he approached. "Don't," she snapped. "I don't want anything." Ethan stopped a few feet away. "That's okay." She hesitated. "You're not gonna call anyone?" "No." "Not gonna preach?" "No." She studied him. "Why are you doing this?" Ethan thought of Lena. Of the file. Of the words she'd left behind. "Because someone did it for me," he said. The girl stared at the backpack. "What's the catch?" "There isn't one." She didn't believe him. Not at first. But when he placed the bag down and walked away, she grabbed it. That was how it always happened. People didn't trust kindness. Not anymore. Not after life had taught them how temporary good things could be. Ethan understood that better than anyone. Months passed. The outreach center noticed. "You're burning yourself out," Daniel warned one afternoon. "You don't have to carry this alone." Ethan shook his head. "I'm not carrying it." Daniel frowned. "What do you mean?" "I'm passing it." On the anniversary of the night Lena had given him the backpack, though he hadn't known it was an anniversary at the time, Ethan asked Maria for the day off. "I need to do something," he said. She nodded. "I had a feeling." He returned to the grocery store. The place looked the same. Same flickering light near the side entrance. Same security camera mounted above the door. Same cold concrete. Ethan stood exactly where he had stood years ago, his hands shoved into his jacket pockets. He half expected to see her. Instead, he saw a teenage boy sitting against the wall, knees pulled to his chest, eyes scanning the lot with the same guarded fear Ethan once had. Ethan took a breath and walked over. The boy looked up sharply. "I'm not stealing." "I know," Ethan said. The boy frowned. "You work here?" "No." "Then why are you talking to me?" Ethan smiled faintly. "Because I've been where you are." The boy scoffed. "Everyone says that." "I used to sleep right there," Ethan said, pointing. "I used to run when security came. I used to think the world forgot me." The boy's expression changed. "You're lying." Ethan set the backpack down. "Open it." The boy hesitated, then did. Food. Clothes. Gloves. And at the bottom, an envelope. The boy looked up. "What's this?" Ethan swallowed. "That's the part that matters most." The boy studied him. "What do you want?" Ethan shook his head. "Nothing." The boy laughed quietly, shaking his head. "Nobody does that." "Someone did," Ethan replied. The boy opened the envelope and read. Ethan watched his face crumble. "Why are you crying?" the boy asked angrily, wiping his eyes. Ethan answered honestly. "Because someone once cried for me, and I didn't know it." The boy didn't understand. "Not yet." Ethan stood. "There's a place on that card. They'll help if you let them." "Will they really?" "Yes." "Will you be there?" Ethan hesitated. "No," he said gently. "But someone else will." He walked away. That night, Ethan returned home and pulled out a small box he kept in his closet. Inside were the things he never touched unless he had to: his old bus pass, his first pay stub, and Lena's original note. He unfolded it carefully. "You deserve another chance." He stared at the words for a long time. Then he did something he'd never done before. He turned the note over and wrote beneath it, "Your kindness didn't save me. It taught me how to save others." A week later, Maria asked him to come into the office again. "There's something you should see," she said. She pulled out a new photo and slid it across the desk. It was the boy from the grocery store. Clean. Smiling. Standing in front of the outreach center with a volunteer badge around his neck. Ethan's breath caught. "He came. He asked for you," Maria said. "We told him the truth." Ethan smiled. "Good." Maria hesitated. "There's something else." She pointed to the corner of the photo. On the wall behind the boy was a small plaque Ethan had never noticed before. He leaned closer. "In loving memory of Lena H., who believed kindness should never stop with one person." Ethan closed his eyes. "She'd like this," Maria said softly. Ethan nodded. She planned it. That night, Ethan stood on his balcony, looking out over the city lights. Somewhere down there, people were struggling. Somewhere, someone was invisible. Somewhere, someone was waiting for a door they didn't know existed. And somewhere, a stranger was deciding whether to stop. He whispered into the night, "Keep going." Because sometimes, a stranger's kindness doesn't just change one life. It changes everything. If this story moved you, don't scroll away. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment telling us what part stayed with you the most. You never know who might need to hear this next. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be the reason someone believes again.